Assalamu alaikum, this is Dr. Waqas. Welcome back to another video. This video is basically about one of the most common news which has been speculating these days on the social media. Is NHS being abolished or not? So Sir Keir Starmer has recently announced that he's going to scrap the NHS England. So what does that mean? So let me tell you about it. First of all, you guys should know the difference between the NHS England and Department of Health and Social Care. So these are three different entities. So first of all is NHS, which is National Health Services. It isn't going anywhere, so relax. The second thing is NHS England. So NHS England is an organization that oversees the NHS, and according to Sir Keir Starmer, NHS England is being demolished or scrapped because he said we don't need this organization to run the NHS. So what does that mean? So previously NHS England was created in 2013 to basically run as a separate identity without any involvement from the government to make the policies, to make the decisions in terms of health and social care of the patients. So it is an independent identity previously created in 2013 as an arm's length body, and all the decisions are individually made by the NHS England how to run the healthcare services in the UK. Keir Starmer has announced that he's going to demolish NHS England because there is no need of separate identity to run these type of policies and services. There is no need of duplication, there is no need of extra bureaucracy, there is no need of extra people to run this organization because they are doing nothing according to the Prime Minister. So basically NHS England is obviously funded by the government, but it gets its fund from Department of Health and Social Care, which is run by the government. So according to Prime Minister, Department of Health and Social Care is doing the same thing which is doing the NHS England. So there is no need of two different departments to do the same thing. Okay, do you get my point? So Prime Minister says that he's going to demolish NHS England, means he's going to scrap that specific department which is under the Department of Health and Social Care. It doesn't mean he's going to abolish all the NHS all over the England. He's just going to scrap the NHS England department which is running the NHS, get back to under the control of government. So from now onwards, according to Prime Minister, the NHS services will be run directly by the Department of Health and Social Care, which is run by the government. So previously NHS England was running individually, anonymously, without the involvement of government. Now the government will be running or leading the NHS. So how will that benefit you as a doctor? So according to Prime Minister, we are abolishing a separate department, so there will be a lot of joblessness. So there will be a lot of people who will went jobless, almost like 1,000 people who will be eliminated because you are trying to cut out the whole organization. So it hasn't started just now. 6 weeks back, CEO of NHS England resigned, and multiple people resigned as well. So there will be multiple resignation and termination from the department, which are usually for the managerial roles, for the management purposes. It has nothing to do with the on-field doctors. But in terms of on-field doctors, according to the Prime Minister, if we are abolishing the whole NHS England, it will lead us to create more funds which can be used for the better patient care, for the better opportunities for the doctors, for the nurses, for reducing the NHS time, stuff like that. So according to Prime Minister, he is doing all of this in order to improve the NHS services, like in order to improve the time, in order to improve the quality of care, in order to hire more doctors, in order to increase the pay of the doctors, in order to raise the standard of care by the NHS. So this is all what Prime Minister has said. It isn't going to be applicable from the first day. So according to the news, it will roughly take around about 2 years to implement all these changes. But the bottom line of this conversation is NHS England is going to be abolished, but whole of the NHS is going to be run by the government. Previously it was run as an independent individual organization. This was all about the NHS England at the moment. So if you guys have any queries, if you guys have any opinion, either it's best for the doctors or not, just put down in the comment section, and inshallah we'll see you in another video.